Whiskey and Bad Wolf are in cahoots to take down Laura with Diane and Wendy, apparently. Dave is innocent. He doesn't have anything to do with it. Laura's innocent. She doesn't have anything to do with it. This is her theory. But Dave doxed Diane and Wendy, so I don't know how that works out. But then Dave was friends with Bad Wolf and Whiskey for 4 years, but chose Laura, and then dropped Laura, and then chose Laura again. Bad Wolf and Whiskey dropped her like a stone, refused to get on the panel with Dave anymore unless Laura was gone. He took the wrenches, they said goodbye, she screamed at them on the way out, and that was the end of it. That was a few days ago. That was the same day that Dave decided he was going to start doxing Wendy and Diane, and then followed it on with Serendipity, which is another whole story. So Laura wants to convince you that this is all a coincidence, that Dave just randomly decided to go after Wendy and Diane. Now, he's known Wendy and Diane for longer than a year, before Laura ever showed up around the scene. It's been a long time. Probably a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, when we first ran into Dave. And it wasn't Diane and Wendy that brought him to the neighborhood or the community. Uber met him and introduced him to the community. All around the same time as Rosie and all that stuff that went really wrong and bad. And Dave had part of that too, so Laura thinks in her heart of hearts, that Whiskey and Bad Wolf and somehow Diane and Wendy have set her up. Even though Dave said he long trolled her the other day, but see, that doesn't count that he said that, apparently, because she doesn't think he's done anything wrong, because he's a fabulous human being. She's accepted him again. He rejected her one day, took her back the next day, and she's so desperate that she took him back again. Now they're friends again. Can you believe it? So if you go with coincidences, I think Bad Wolf and Whiskey seriously just wanted a place to hang out with no Laura involved, because they've already distanced themselves from her prior to the blowout on Dave's panel. But Laura's not seeing it as simple as I'm seeing it, as a simple fact that the guys wanted to hang out without Laura's interference and bad mojo and all the negative connotations that come along with her. And the same with on G-Mangoes. She brings in a volatile situations to every place she goes. Most people don't want her on a panel because she monopolizes it, and it turns into a me show. Poor me, everybody hates me, poor me. But if you really looked at it, it's all self-inflicted, like pretty much self-inflicted. That's why I do the videos, because she won't shut up. She literally will not shut up. She doesn't lose. She will win at all costs. And she'll just keep on trucking along. And I'll just keep making videos until she just shuts up. And what she did to Serendipity was ridiculous. Like, she went after her for 2 days. Called her everything. The woman has overcome a lot of things. And when somebody overcomes a lot of things, then, you should have a little grace. But no. Laura supposedly has had a problem with drugs, but she can't transfer the empathy to somebody else. So either she's never had a problem, or she has, and she's superhuman, and she just doesn't have any relating abilities to relate it back to turn it into empathy? No, she'll use it against you. So if she did that to Serendipity, she's done it to Amanda L. She's done it to Starlight. She's done it to Truth. She's done it to Whiskey. She's done it to Bad Wolf. She's demoralized every one of them. So if you're going to be in her Patreon and you're going to be a sub of hers and you're going to root all this craziness on that she does on a daily basis, then you should be prepared that one day, if she decides she's not going to like you, or you piss her off, or you say the wrong thing or go to the wrong chat, you're just going to be spilled out all over the internet. And if she doesn't do it, she's going to get Dave to do it for her. Because where else would she get the information? Dave doesn't know anybody. He knows nobody. He doesn't know who all the little characters are. So the only way he got any information about anybody is through Laura, Makeup Mobster, and whoever else gave him the information. Like, it didn't fall out of the sky into his lap. He doesn't even know the people's names. So it's all coincidence that Dave went after Serendipity. I don't think so. Does anybody else think so? The only one that thinks so is Laura. And all her little friends, who believe everything she says, which is absolutely ridiculous, but they do. C'est la vie. That's all I have to say about that.